Hello, everybody. I'm going to cover something that I've covered in the past briefly, but this is really revealing. You know, when somebody presents themselves as a spiritual leader, selling awakening, selling access, selling belonging to a tribe, whatever they're selling, whatever they're trying to get you to join, this isn't evil and it isn't malicious, but it is an indicator. Because an awakening doesn't need to be sold, and truth doesn't need a funnel. It just means that survival mode's still active. Spirituality becomes another strategy, another identity, another outcome to pursue, another way to feel safe or feel important or validated. So awakening turns into a product. Teachings turn into a brand, and community turns into dependency. Not because the person is bad, but because surrender hasn't fully happened yet. Because once surrender happens, there's nothing left to protect. There's no image to maintain. There's no authority to reinforce. No need to convince anyone of anything. Just put out the facts and let people do it on their own. See, from a surrendered awareness, you don't gather followers. You dissolve hierarchy. You don't sell truth. You point people back to themselves. And this is why the need to monetize awakening is such a clear signal. It shows where the fear is still operating, where outcomes are still being pursued, where money is still being tied to identity and safety. A surrendered being doesn't need a tribe because they're not trying to belong. They don't need to be seen as awake because they're not defending an image. They don't need to promise transformation because transformation happens on its own. It happens when truth is seen. This isn't condemnation for anybody. It's clarity. Anyone can speak beautiful words, and anyone can quote truth, and anyone can sound awake these days. But the real indicator is simple. Is there chasing, or is there patience? Is there selling, or is there pointing inward? Is there need for an outcome, or is there trust? Because surrender doesn't need to advertise itself. It quietly removes the need to be anything for anyone. And once it happens, there's nothing left to sell except the reminder that everything people are searching for is already within them. Love and light, guys. This is real.